I'm not sure that that even had a windshield. Welcome back to Timo's Dinky Detailing. Today is going to be an unusual unboxing. Okay, so this is going to be an unboxing, I guess you would call it. I ordered a lot of 40 some odd Dinky toys, and the box wound up in our Canadian postal strike, which lasted almost 5 weeks, and so this has been sitting in a postal truck for the last month or so. Oh, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Timo's Dinky Detailing. Till next time, be seeing you. First item on the list here is it's a Dinky Routemaster bus, and it's in pretty decent shape, so I'll be happy to restore that, and I may put some more interesting advertising than the original stuff. I've seen it too many times, so we'll see how it goes. Not too fond of these wheels, so we'll see what we can do about that as well. Next, It's a Bedford truck. This, I believe, is a dump truck, and it's got this complicated mechanism in here, but that looks in pretty rough shape. It's been coated with some seriously heavy paint, so you can't even see what's there. So this one's going to be hard to strip, and this, not sure what it had on the back. If it had a, well, it's a tipper. It's clearly a tipper. I don't have the back so far. Maybe it'll turn up inside the box. Here's another Routemaster bus. This one's a Dinky one, but it has a traditional style of wheels. And let me see. I think this is similar to the one that I did earlier, but it's a different grill, and has different front wings. So this will be an interesting one to restore, and I might be able to use the same seats to populate the inside of this thing. So that's a nice one. So here's a bulldozer of some sort. This one is a Matchbox, and it's a Super King K23 Super Bulldozer. I'll have to find some tracks for that, but the rest of it looks like it's in pretty good shape. So I may just do a touch-up, add tracks to it, clean it up, and I may not need a full restoration. Okay, here's a box, and this is a garbage truck that has these doors that should slide or roll up. So it's not in the best condition, but it's certainly in restorable condition, and I believe it belongs to, yeah. So there we go. We now have a more complete model. And we'll see if we can fix and make that twisted metal that goes up there. That should be a challenge. Okay, so this one is a very nice truck. What is it? It has a base on it, but it's kind of in reverse here. If I can read what it says on it. And that's in French. So, doesn't say what it is. I'm going to have to look it up and find out what this is, but it's a very nice model. Look at it, it's got a rear number plate. Yeah, that looks very restorable, and that will be a beautiful toy, I think. So here's a piece of running gear. It's a military vehicle, obviously. And I think that's a tow bar. There we go. It's a little trailer. Can't find what is there to tow it, if anything, but inside here is something else. This is Lesney, so this is a Matchbox, king size, and it's a tractor, so that's going to need big tractor tires and small tractor tires in the front. It's a very attractive looking model, actually. I like this one, McCormick International, so that's going to be fun. Okay, now here's a big one. Some sort of truck pressure refueler. So I don't know anything about this truck. I'm going to have to research it. It's got It's got a fuel tank on the back, and this has been taken apart by somebody else. It has a tow hook on it, but it's lacking a base on here. I will have to fabricate one, and that should be interesting. We'll find out what kind of livery it's supposed to have, or we'll put some livery whatever I feel like. We'll see what we find out. There's going to be some research involved here. Here's a horse trailer. We'll see if there's a vehicle to pull that. Looks like I have to fabricate a door here and a ramp on this part. This is a corgi toy, and I hope I'll be able to mate it up with a suitable towing vehicle. Here's a vehicle, station wagon of some sort. I'm gonna have to look around and figure out what this one is. I'm not sure. It looks a bit more European than American, so it's probably a European station wagon. That one has no base, no interior, no windows. So that'll be a challenge. So here's another trailer. So we'll have to find out if there's some vehicle that can tow this one. This one hooks on, so we'll see. A lot of stuff in here, so okay, so here's a Triumph. No, it's not. It's a Taunus. Taurus? No, Taunus. Yeah, it's a Taunus. So I'm not sure anything about this one. It's also lacking a base, lacking an interior, and lacking windows. I might have to make an order and get some supplies for these ones. Here's a Jeep. It's quite restorable. It has its windshield intact. It has all 4 tires, has a base, a hook. So this one is going to be a pretty straightforward restoration, I would say, which makes me happy. Here I've got a Jaguar. Looks like the casting's in good shape. Obviously the paint is poor, and the windshield, hard to say. Could just be dirty. It might just clean up and be okay. I hope so. And it's got all 4 tires. They're an oddball size, so that's good. Okay, this is an unusual looking model. It's a Dedon Bouton, made in France, Cab 1900 RAMI. So I have no idea what that is, but I'm going to look it up and try and figure out what it is. It's got plastic wheels, rubber tires, and the rest is cast. Anyway, it's interesting. If I could get some better wheels for it, I think it would be pretty nice. Okay, this is a composite vehicle. It's got metal casting on the bottom, but the tank is plastic. I don't know if I have a cab that's going to pull that. That's another trailer. Okay, so this one is a French-made Dinky toy. I like the spare tire on the bottom. So that's a very attractive one. I like the box on the end of it. It's one of the early models and didn't have an interior or a glass, so this should be very enjoyable to restore. Here's a military vehicle. It's lacking some sort of framework here in the front, probably a sheet metal piece that will hold hold the axle for the wheels. And that one looks like somebody's painted some camouflage on it, so I'll look up what that's involved in doing that one. Okay, so here's some more interesting vehicles. Okay, this is some sort of supercar. It's missing its clamshell. It has its windshield. Doesn't look great, but you can do something with it. It's got some very strange glass, full glass headlights. It is a Dino Ferrari. So that's a beautiful one. It's got opening doors, and they're a good design. They look like they're very simple. So that should be interesting. I'll have to make a clamshell for it. Alright, now this one, I've not seen this casting before. I'm not sure what car this is, but it's very attractive. I like the rounded fender designs. That's a beautiful one. Again, it's going to need a base, and somebody's ground these posts right down. So that'll be interesting to attach a base on there. I believe it's a Dinky toy, but I'm not sure. Here's another military vehicle. This one looks complete. Army 1-ton cargo truck, Dinky toy. So that one is pretty straightforward. Alright, this is the same casting as this one down here. And this one has a base. Somebody has ground off again the posts. I'm not sure if this is the same. It looks like it's pretty close. There's a good chance that this is the actual base for this, so that would make it a Ford Taunus. Didn't I have a Taunus before? Maybe it belongs to another model. Maybe it belongs here. That's where it belongs. Alright, so we found the base for that one. Okay, this is junk. Panhard, made into a race car, but it's 100% plastic, so I'm not too interested, but you never know. Do something with it. Okay, so here's another Dinky toy. This is a French Dinky toy, so it doesn't say what the model is, but I should be able to find what it is and figure out what went on the back. I can always modify some of these boxes, maybe modify this one to fit on the back. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, so there's another commercial vehicle. This one is a Dodge truck, a lorry, and again it's missing its whatever it is on the back. So I will look that up. If there's a bed, I can print one, or again I can maybe get one of these. Still more coming. This one's very nice. It's got 2 white tires. It's missing the back wheels and tires. So this one is French again. It's a Ford Vedette. This order came from France. So these are models that I haven't seen before. And this one has the base Ford Vedette, and lo and behold, it's different. Okay, I thought it's the same. It's a nice fastback design. I like that one. I'll have to get some white tires because it's going to look good with the white tires. And it looks like it was probably originally gray. So we'll see what other colors we can choose. Okay, this one looks familiar. Yep. Well, it's different. Quite similar, but somehow it's different. maybe it's just an optical illusion. Anyway, looks like the same casting. We're only halfway here. So there is a fire engine. This one will need a replacement ladder. Maybe I can 3D print that, we'll see. Berliet, something secours. I don't speak very good French, in spite of having about 5 years of French language teaching in my school. But anyway, that's a very attractive model too. Running out of space already. Alright, this looks like, it's a Citroen. It's a Citroen wrecker, and it's got its little winding knob and the gantry. It's very similar to the Commer Dinky toy, the British version of this. So this one's another French one, Grand View Fiat. Well, that's a cool one. It's got its windows. Doesn't appear to have had any seats, or maybe it did, because this appears to have been glued back on. So it was a part, so maybe we lost the seats. Well, I can make seats, that's not a problem. Okay, there's a familiar car. That's a Commer wrecker. This was originally a wrecker because I made one before, but it's lacking the back. This one has it cast right in, but this one had a separate back, so I'm hoping that the back will be in there, or I'd have to model it. That might not be so much fun, but anyway, we'll see. Here's another one that's just a body that looks like a Mercedes-Benz. Looks like the French made a lot of toys that were just gray. Here's another supercar, so this might be a problem. What is it? It's a Ford GT. It has its clamshell, which it opens. However, it's missing the entire front. So that might be parts. If I find another model that's missing different parts. Here is some kind of a, oh, that's a Alfa Romeo, and it's a Solido model because it says Solido on here. It's lacking a base, lacking seats, lacking hood, and lacking boot lid. Okay, this is a model everyone's seen before. Forklift, tow motor. This one's French. Siraya Tech Coventry Olimax. So I think Siraya Tech is forklift. So that looks like it's mostly complete and lacking a driver. Okay, this one has most of its parts. This is another Taunus, and it has the base, so I can figure out how to model a base for the other one. Okay, we got another supercar here. What's this one? Di Tommaso Mangusta. Yeah, I remember these things. That's interesting. This one at least has all its parts. It has this boot in the front, and the clamshell is gull wing. So that's complete, so that'll be pleasant to restore. Okay, so this is a Woody wagon. I think I did one of these before. This one's nice. It's got all 4 white wheels, if I can, or tires, if I can save those. So this has some nice potential. And what's this one? Austin Healey. Now this one has a sheet of plastic as a windshield, and it had a driver in here and a steering wheel. That's all that it's really missing. So that's otherwise complete, so that's a nice one. That should be pleasant. This one looks like a Ferrari. Nope, it's an Aston Martin. Aston Martin has that awesome grille. So that's definitely a race car, so that's gonna get race livery. That's beautiful. I'm not sure that that even had a windshield. Anyway, we'll see what that should look like. Running out of room to put these things. Okay, so this is an oddball. I don't know if I'm going to restore it. That looks like PT boat. It's got a cannon on the back here. Depth charges. Looks like it launches something. Yep, and it's functioning. Huh, so maybe I'll restore that. Yeah, motor patrol boat. So that's interesting. PT 153. Okay, so that's the full toys. Now this envelope has some bits and pieces. Oh, there's a cabin with a Fiat. Maybe that fits in one of these. Yeah, maybe. Oh, so we've got some bases. Ford Vedette, so that probably belongs to one of those cars. Here's another one. Here's the Mercedes base. Mercedes 220. Oh, the Taunus has a windshield. Looks in pretty poor shape, but might be able to polish that up. There's an interior to one of these vehicles. And which one would it fit in? Not sure. If it belongs, maybe it belongs. Oh, this one. Yeah, that's what I think. That's the Solido one. There's another interior. It's not obvious where this one goes. Maybe here. Not too small. Here's another interior. So I'll figure out where that one goes. Well, that looks about right. Oh, another base. So this one, Plymouth Belvedere. I think that might be the Woody wagon. Nope, it's got its own. So, it's gonna be this one. There we go. So that's a Plymouth Belvedere. Perfect. There's more bases here. There's a base for a Ford Vedette, one of these. And there's a Fiat 1800. That's probably this one. Here's another Ford Vedette. So that's probably this. Let's see. Yep, I think that's what that is. Huh. So a lot of the parts that look like they were missing, they're actually here. Well, that's good news. Look at that. The bonnet. And there's the boot. So that one is almost complete now. And the rest of it, we've got some wheels and tires down here, which I'm guessing belong to these toys, which is nice because there's more white tires. Those are precious to me. There's a large tire. Some axles and wheels. And that's it. Not much. I think there's 40 toys there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about 40. So, I'll be getting to work on those. So I'll try and get this out before Christmas. So everybody have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Goodbye. Oh, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Timo's Dinky Detailing. Till next time, be seeing you.